Yeah, well, Togo Parents, I am back. You know, I said I'd do this yesterday. I decided not to because easier. So I'm going to binge all 7 episodes of Kamen Kabuto today. The time is now gone 1:30. So, yeah. I wasn't sure about Kabuto really, as what I heard with his protagonist. Not exactly. I don't know how to say it. But I enjoyed the first episode. So let's get into the story. So we went over a narration about a good cinema happened 7 years ago. A meteor came crashing down into Shibuya, destroyed it. Well, you don't get much detail to that. It seems like millions of people were killed. Shibuya is an arc. Well, Shibuya is an arc. Shibuya is an before Kisukaze even existed. Okay, but still. Well, yeah, so we have the whole Shibuya gets destroyed. Yeah, Shibuya is the most well-known place in Tokyo. Here's the Pochiko statue. Who's it, Pochita? I can't remember. I waited a bit into this video because it's still bright outside. It's kind of really sunny outside. So I want to make sure it's not too bright when I do my videos like last time. My channel was way too bright when I was doing my videos. So it's really hard for me to do the review. Anyway, after that narration, we get to the intro. It's not a bad intro, but it's kind of jarring. If they want to do the intro, I think they should move it around 10 minutes into the episode. There's a perfect spot for it more there. Less jarring. Just saying. Well, anyway. We have incidents where monsters are attacking. Enormous worms, and a team called Zat has been sent after them. They wearing, weirdly enough, they wear bug-themed helmets. Like Kamen Riders without the suits, you know what I mean? Like one of the Kamen Riders. Alright, we're introduced to a main character, Arata Kagami, who's a member of Zet, but he's not really a fighter. As basically, most likely he's a more observer. You don't get much detail about his life here. Also, I like how the boss is not really shown yet. Even though he's shown, he's shadowed. Makes it really cool, really unique just to know who this boss is. Anyway, the whole team said there, most of them were wiped out and killed by that worm. It's a shapeshift. Some of them are shapeshift. They didn't escape anyway. They're shapeshifters too. As a gun was murdered, they were shapeshift into people. And they're very dangerous. You have an ability called Clock Up. Basically, what we can gather, it seems to increase their speed. It makes them dangerous. That's right. And they have ability to molt. That allows them to use Clock Up. So, anyway, I should evacuate. All people are dead. It's causing me feeling low down. He's just passing by a person on his way back. Most likely on his way home. He ends up being mugged. But then she's down the mugger. The muggers are dropping the water, but pulls out a knife, on him. The cowboy trying to calm him down. And then someone else shows up. Mugger tries to slash the guy's throat, but misses. The Kagami scolding the man walking by. He could have been killed and stuff. But since this guy is a little arrogant, but definitely has. He says he walks his own path. Losing skills when the Mugger tries to run away. He kicks the wallet at the guy's head and is able to catch it back, showing he's got a lot of skill. Also, compared to Akito, the frame rate changes here. It's changed here. Yeah, you know, it's pretty. I don't know what to call it, okay? But it's pretty noticeable when you watch those types of shows. It's weird the Super Sentai didn't have that. I wonder why. Wonder why Kamen had a different style. Maybe because it's a little more mature than Super Sentai. That might be that's my theory. It might be more mature than Super Sentai. But they seem to change that in the way whatever. Become more like Super Sentai in terms of humor. I'm probably wrong. And we haven't had a Sentai Kamen crossover since 2021. Yeah, I'm not joking. Sentai Kamen had a crossover since 2021. That's when Kamen Saber and Kika Sentai Zengaija, which also gave the preseason cameo to Kamen Rider Revice. Since that crossover will replace the usual Super Sentai Kamen Rider movies that came out in the summer. And yet, we didn't get a single Super Sentai Kamen Rider crossover, not even the last season of Super Sentai for now. I am disappointed. Like, come on, Toy. Give us another crossover. No. Since they stopped doing Kamen Rider crossover movies recently, as the last crossover movie was December 2022. The release of the Kamen Rider Archer and Geeks Winter movie. Geeks and Archer Winter movie. No way. Well, watched it, even though I've seen all the Geeks. I was watching Gotcha at the time. And you know my main complaints on that one is that they said it's just a secondary writer in a fucking movie. If you just want to do an entire series, then you miss Match's debut. And that's something that should not be done. Introduce a different writer instead of a secondary writer. Anyway. The guy says that mentions his grandma a lot. His grandma always said is to walk the path you choose. Or something like that. And the guy's revealed his name as Soji Dendo. And this is what I think the opener should have been. It'd be less jarring. Yes, I think the opener should have been here, not at the start. Because where it placed was incredibly jarring. That's just my opinion. It's just my opinion. Anyway. So, after that, got to the Tendo residence as introduced to Tendo to Soji's sister. They have a dialogue. Soji doesn't have a job or go to school. They also say he's waiting for something. He's not sure what though. Change. It's just mentions that he doesn't push anybody else. She says he's usually right. Oh God, don't be Gary Steele. At the train station. Yagami gets a phone call. It's weird though. Then a guy goes past in a similar suitcase. What will I say? Is he telling him to go home? Confusing. Huh? It's very confusing. Anyway, we officially learn about what's in the suitcase It's known as the Masked Rider system. Ooh, Kagobachi. The Masked Rider system. And it's actually is called that. It's a Masked Rider system. If you don't know, Kamen means mask in Japanese, so the English translation of Kamen Rider is Masked Rider. I don't know why they call them masks, though. They're not masks. They're more like helmets. They're masks. I know it's a nitpick, but come on. I know it's a nitpick, but they don't look like masks. Masks are something like Spider-Man wears, or Wolverine, or some Marvel freaking heroes. I'm just bloody saying. Stop. Don't get focused on this. So, it seems the system chooses his rider. We also know Kagami's spawn might have been a rider as well, saying right in his coat shadows. That's all we get, but anyway, it's gonna be going. Someone from HQ's gonna be using it. We don't know who that is. After that, we cut to a young girl. A young girl. As a brief talk. I definitely gonna mention this in another review later when I mention review Power Rangers. But let's briefly mention something that happens there, because recently I rewatched the crossover to Power from Power Rangers Lightspeed Rescue. That's mostly that Spanish one. Say QQ Sentai Go Go Bye versus Gingaman. And there's a scene in the Spat 2 episodes that that's kind of stupid. Like, just makes you laugh. Because how much of a dumb line it is. If you're a Power Rangers fan, you know what I'm talking about. But I just want to briefly mention that a sec. Because, I don't know, just leave on my mind. But I will talk more about it when I eventually review those 2 episodes. But I will not be viewing them as part of the season. I'll be doing them just as a 2-parter. Like, I plan to rewatch each Green of Evil, every multi-part story in Power Rangers as their own separate episodes. Just something to do, like a movie. It'd be a fun thing to do. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in that. But anyway. Girls also look at the jewelry, but being ignored by these Sochi shows up, telling them, and they got a customer in front of them, and they're not even acknowledging her. This girl is pretty weird. She seems to have easy talking to bikes. And Kagami shows up, knowing the girl, calls her Hiyori. Her name is Hiyori Kusakabe. I made a mistake when I did the B on here. We don't know much about that yet. Of course, this is just the first episode. Of course, since Sochi has his helmet on, Kagami didn't recognize him. So yeah. Right, so yeah. Anyway, the worm strikes again as it ends up killing 2 members of Zect, I think. I think it's their members of Zect. But another killed. As it chases into one of them. Unintentionally witnessed by Hiyori though. Charles is attacking her, so she's gonna be attacking her, I guess. And the battle is on the Tokyo Skytree. On Tokyo Tower. Kagami he wants to use the respirator system to protect her. Once she agrees, so he'll contact HQ. He'll basically take responsibility for it. So Kagami will stop when someone has power. But no, the power has to go into someone else. It's Soji. As revealed earlier, Soji has his own belt. His own mass rider system. But only as we have preview announced, all members of Z can become Kamen Riders. It's interesting. The belt is quite simple design compared to ours. It just slots them in. That's it. No extra buttons or anything. Then again, this was still based on the Heisei. The drivers were very simple. Belts were just pretty simple. It's just a device that goes into them. That's, well, I mean, but just figure out. Google and Agito to some of their drivers. Yuki uses the car system to have the drivers appear through the window. 5 just splits the eye belt around and just presses the phone, but I 3 times on the phone. Itching! You know what I mean? Hibiki didn't have a driver technically. Even though it's called Kamen Rider Hibiki. Hibiki isn't technically a Kamen Rider. He has no bike. And doesn't even have a belt. Which is a common trait for Kamen Riders. That's pretty interesting, right? Makes Hibiki really unique. And over here, like I said, just sliding the device into the belt. Then now we'll just use a pass to use for the belt to just scan the belt, like you scan a train pass. It actually is pretty cool. And Kiba just uses the bat to summon his belt, and place the bat in the belt. And the decade side comes a little more complicated. That place the card in the belt, then press the press the belt together. Or press the sides of the belt together. That allows an henshin. As when belt drivers start to become more and more complex when in terms of henshins, as Double uses the Gaia memories, that he's and splits the 2 slots sideways to make it look like a W. Axel just just the side. You know what I mean? Like it was after. It was starting in decade that the drivers started to change, become more complex, a bit more, you know what I mean. Anyway, this isn't his base. This base form isn't technically his main form. This is a type of armored appearance that they have. More bits in the next episode. Just good fight against the worm, even though he does struggle slightly with the timeout when it's first used. Clock out when it's first used. He's able to figure out how to beat it just by using a mirror. And the worm is destroyed. The episode is on a cliffhanger with him being confronted by Zect. Except everything is where that left off, so we'll find out where it goes. So thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please want to see more, subscribe to the channel, the overviews because I'm trying to see you guys for episodes 2 to 7. Yeah. Sayonara.